for fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins. Make sure you guys go check out my sponsor, Easy Mutt. Use code VENOM at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's good guys, Venom Fire here, back with the video, and today I'm bringing you guys another run defense, again out of the big nickel over G. It's going to be, again, the gap shoot concept, but this one's going to be a lot different than a couple of videos I've already uploaded on it. First things first, it's going to be man coverage based, which a lot of people don't do. Really nobody online that I've seen has had a man coverage based run defense out of the big nickel over G, also with the gap shoot. So it's going to be very unique, and it's going to be very successful as well. So we all know that the gap shoot defense works better against stretch, but I'm going to be showing you guys setups against power O, which is really what the meta is running the ball right now. If you pay attention, a lot of people, a lot of pro players are running this I-form close power O. They're going to flip it. They're going to get really good blocks because the stretch, obviously, it's way weaker with the run defense on it, the gap shoot. So again, I'll show you guys that, just refresh a little bit, then we'll hop into, again, dive and power O. So I-form close by far, the reason I'm going to be in this is because it's a Carolina and Las Vegas, so people audible both from trips tight end to I-form close and gun bunch offset. So that's why you will see a lot of this. Big nickel over G is a really good formation against bunch, especially if you know they're audibling. It can be good pass defense and good run defense. But yeah, let's hop straight into it. Halfback stretch. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, we're in the 4-6 playbook, and we're going to be running the big nickel over G like I had mentioned. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. We're on the road to 12K subscribers. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it as well. So big nickel over G, I'm actually going to be using a relatively slow linebacker today. So I want to show you guys that it works with a slow safety, not linebacker, because a lot of times people will complain if I use the fastest safety in reg. So I'm going to use the slower safety, Eddie Jackson, 88 speed. So obviously not fast. In Ultimate Team, you can obviously get whoever you want. More speed, the better. The player we're running, cover 2 man. Cover 2 man, really good. And obviously, we all know that the primary gap shoot defense is out of cover 3 sky, but we're running 2 man under. So let's just hop out in that. So with your user, you want to user this player right here. The reason why is because he's kind of in the center. So if he flips it to the left, I don't want to be on the left guy, because then if I miss my gap shoot, I have absolutely zero help, and that will come up big, especially for the I-form or the power O play. So you want to use this guy. He's in the middle of the corner. The other linebacker, user Eddie Jackson. So again, we're going to start out with the stretch, just base halfback stretch on the offensive side of the ball. And the setup's going to be a little bit different than the cover 3 sky one. What you're going to do is you're just going to pinch your defensive line, and then what you also do is you actually slant outside. So previously with the cover 3 sky, all you would have to do is pinch your D-line, but now out of this 2 man under, I've noticed that you have to kind of slant outside as well, because sometimes it works if you don't, but majority of the time you will get blocked if you do not slant outside. Now be careful with your user. This is something I mess up on a lot. You kind of have to be in a really good spot, especially with a slower safety. You can definitely mess this up. If you're too close, the center will pick you up, so you have to be kind of far away. Right about here I should be good. And I'll just go ahead and snap the ball right there with Eddie Jackson, run over, make a tackle. So even though he is really slow with his 88 speed rating, we're still able to get through that gap without getting blocked. So again, the speed doesn't affect how the actual gap shoot works, but it's just really going to help you chase him from behind and get a good tackle animation. So you notice Jackson is still successful at getting the animations, the wrap-up animations. So again, the setup, pinch your D-line, slant outside. With your user, just stay in the gap. Don't get too close, but right about here, you're good. And snap the ball. Again, make a tackle in the backfield. Really, really effective. If you get like a Taylor Mays and Mutt, really anybody that has around 93, 94 speed, you're going to be going crazy with this blitz, and there's really not faster running backs, so no one can really outrun you. Again, I'll just show this a couple more times, then we'll flip the stretch, because yes, this run defense works if they run to the left and the right. That was a key point for me in labbing this cover 2 man. Right there, you see obviously Khalil Mack, he's going to help us out with his out my way ability, but Eddie Jackson's still there as well. So they notice that the cornerback's on the right side. Sometimes people will do is they will just flip the stretch, run a weak side stretch. Really, I-form close, I've noticed that the runs are always better running to the weak side anyways, especially since the cornerback is just kind of taken care of. But again, we'll set up the run defense the exact same way. Obviously, on the defensive side of the ball, you're not going to know if they're running it to the left or right, especially if you don't catch that little hip tap animation that signals that they are flipping the play. And a lot of times you don't have enough time. They will just flip it, instantly snap it, so you're not really gonna know. Again, we'll set it up the exact same way, and we will still be using Jackson. Again, we don't know if they're flipping it or not, but let's just snap the ball, and you see, able to shoot the gap and make a tackle. Now, it is a little bit tighter, especially with the slow safety, so here, I definitely recommend getting a faster safety, but still showing you that it works with a slower safety. Obviously, if I had Darnell Savage, Troy Apke, anybody fast, this would be even a bigger tackle for loss. So set it up again. Oh shoot. Thought I was running it to the left, but they were actually running it to the right. So a little bit of confusion there. So you kind of got to be on your toes because sometimes you won't notice that flip. You won't notice if they're running the stretch to the left or right. Be careful because that time I was kind of predicting that it was to the left and it was obviously to the opposite side. So on offense, we flipped the stretch, we'll snap the ball again, and right there, able to make a tackle again. Slow safety, making some nice plays. I'll show it one more time, then we'll hop into some other plays. So again, now with your secondary, something you can do just for a base defense is press, shade over the top. And then with these safeties, just for a base coverage, you can throw them in curl flats or you can keep them in deep blues. You can throw one in a inside third. You can just do base things like that. Again, this is more focused on the gap shoot run defense rather than the pass coverage behind it. But obviously cover to man is just a really good, man coverage really good by itself. So keep that in mind. So again, I'll flip the stretch to the left, snap the ball, and shoot that gap. You see Robert Quinn actually did the job for me, although we were there to make a play. So that was it for the stretch. Let's actually hop straight into the Power O. Power O, obviously Power O, more people are running it like this. So just running it flipped, I'll show you what it looks like with no setup. It's gonna be almost a touchdown every single time with a fast running back. So this run play, really good, best in the game right now. And it's going to be a really pretty simple setup. We're going to set up the run defense pretty much the same. Now, again, you're not really going to know if they're running stretch or power O, so you kind of do have to set it up the exact same or that would be cheating the play. So I'm still going to press. I'm still going to pinch my defensive line. I'm still going to slant them outside. Now, a couple of adjustments I'm going to make is if I'm going against a heavy runner, it's 1st and 10. He's running the ball every play. I kind of know he's running, but I don't want to run commit. What I like to do, especially against this power own, this is something you kind of have to do. You're going to blitz this X linebacker. You can actually just blitz all linebackers if you want. And then with this safety, what you're going to do is just bring them down a little bit and put them in a spy. So our worry is really not that they're running power on the right. It still can be good, but really our focus is them running power on the left. So even if you don't want to kind of give it away, you can actually leave him back here. Play will still look the same. And again, with our user, we're going to be in the same spot. We don't know if he's running stretch or halfback dive. So we'll simply audible, flip, and then we'll snap the ball. I notice it, and then I come down and make a tackle. So it's important that I'm not trying to gap shoot and that I'm actually running behind and filling the gap. Because you notice that the outside was completely filled by both the safety and the linebacker. So my responsibility was the middle there. Very user dependent to stop this run. It's obviously very good. So again, the setup was press, pinch your D-line, slant inside, and then this time I'm just blitzing all linebackers and spying that free safety. Usually if they just run it base to the right side, you won't have to spy the strong safety, so I can throw them in like an inside third, something like this. And then obviously if they end up passing the ball, I gotta watch the running backs if they throw them on like a wheel or an angle route. But again, we'll set it up the same. Am I in the right play? No. So we'll simply audible, and then we will snap the ball. Power O, I'm going to run, and that time I got blocked. So if your user gets blocked, it frees up either your safety or your linebacker. Show you a little bit of the instant replay here. And you notice that our linebacker right here, he does a really good job. He doesn't get picked up because we're slanting outside. So these two tackle, that tackle and that guard are going to be occupied. Obviously, it's a pulling guard play. So really, we got the fullback and the right guard to worry about. And with Roquan Smith, he just comes in a really good position. So the fullback doesn't pick him up. Right guard kind of picks him up, but really there's not too many fast right guards this year. And that's what I've noticed. Even when I run the Power O play, this guard almost does nothing because he's so slow getting over. But Roquan Smith actually makes the play just because of how fast he is. And obviously the safety coming up from here, he's immediately sprinting down because we put him in a QB spy which does help in the run. So you notice really effective. Set it up again, press, pinch D-line, slant outside, blitz all linebackers, and spy Y. Simply audible, and boom, you see really nice. Just kind of gets glitchy. Obviously, if he were to completely cut that outside, our user was in good position. Now, if they do end up running it to the right, it might be kind of a problem because you don't really want to spy both of those safeties, like I mentioned, because the effect of passing the ball. But still, if they just run a base power out, it's pretty good defense right there. You see we're able to gap shoot. We still do have the free safety actually coming all the way from the left side to make a play on it. So I'll show that again. Press, pinch D-line, slant outside, blitz all linebackers. And even though I'm spying the free safety, you notice that he came all the way over from the left side and actually made a play on the power O. And look at the safety. So you're pretty much taking the outside assignment, you're forcing him back inside, and then the safety is going to hold him to 2-3 yards. So even though you're not spying the strong safety, the free safety is doing his job perfectly. So let's just hop into a base dive now. Just again, really you won't see halfback dive all that much online, I'll be honest, but I'll just go over it briefly here. And really, I can run either setup. Just running a base. This is just the base stretch defense, stand in the gap, and halfback dive. You notice that it's pretty good defense. As I say that, Robert Quinn does absolutely nothing, but big nickel over G is really good defense on the perimeter. So you're obviously, if he's running killing me with dive, I can switch to that power O setup, just blitz all linebackers, spy one of my safeties, and then it will definitely be, better defense. So shoot the gap, and then you notice way better defense, Roquan Smith and the safety. So the real problem with the run defense is a lot of times these players do nothing if you don't put them in assignments. So that's why you kind of got to do this even against dive. But obviously if they're running stretch, you don't have to do that. But again, tackle in the backfield, Roquan Smith, really good coming down. Just get 2 fast safeties, because obviously if they flip your play, then you want to flip with them. And then in that case, you are using Roquan here. So make sure that you get 2 fast safeties, and then you will be good to go. You see even Roquan, he gets through the gap no matter how slow he is, and we still stop the play. So that's going to do it for the video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you throw a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Follow me on Twitter. Link will be down below in the description. And peace. I'm out of here.